Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Power Rangers fights.
Once evil, always evil.
You're wrong.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most iconic, brutal, and fun showdowns featuring the teens with attitude, whether it's against the forces of evil or each other. Expect major spoilers ahead for some of these beatdowns. Which Power Ranger fight got your heart pumping? Let us know in the comments.
Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at WatchMojo.com/play.
Number 20. GOLDAR'S Trap, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jason has been trapped in the Dark Dimension and finds himself facing Goldar alone. Worst of all, Goldar has Jason's morpher, so he'll have to fight Goldar on his own, without his powers. The whole situation is intimidating, as Goldar is incredibly strong, but Jason definitely manages to hold his ground.
Come and get it, if you're brave enough!
Goldar's taunting coupled with Jason's dodging of his sword made for some intense stuff when we first watched this scene as kids. After an agonizingly close call, Jason manages to knock Goldar off his feet, even if it's only for a short moment.
So Goldar, how does it feel to be outsmarted by a human being?
Although Jason was at a disadvantage, his being able to outsmart and overpower Goldar at least once unmorphed more than cements his fighting prowess. Number 19. ANDROS' Final Struggle, Power Rangers in Space. It's the final battle against the forces of evil, and Andros may have to make the hardest decision ever to save the universe.
Shatter my energy tube.
No!
Only the good energy from my tube can destroy the forces of evil.
Suddenly, he is ambushed by Astronema, or Corone, his own brainwashed sister. Andros tries desperately to appeal to her, but she is having none of that. She relentlessly attacks while he goes on the defense. The tension of having to fight his own sibling is too much to bear, and the stakes are upped even more when Corone is wounded by her own blast, sending an enraged Ecliptor rushing at Andros to avenge his fallen princess. Juggling so much would be too much for any Ranger, and yet Andros powers through and does what he must to save the universe. Number 18. We Believe in Magic, Power Rangers Mystic Force. Having no magic left, and staring down the almighty Optimus the Master, the Mystic Rangers may be in over their heads this time. However, the citizens of Briarwood and the Mystic Realm arrive to support their heroes, giving them the magical boost they need. Optimus wants their magic so desperately that they decide to give it to him.
Give me that magic! You got it!
Of course, it's too much for him to handle, and his gluttony is his ultimate undoing. Already, it's extremely poetic watching a monster be done in by his own hunger for power. But it's especially heartwarming to see the villagers and townfolk come to their hero's aid to show how much they believe in them after all they've done.
Mystic Force!
So darkness was destroyed by light.
Number 17. The Final Duel, Power Rangers Samurai.
Symbol power! Ha! Go Samurai!
It's time to finish this!
To finally be free of his curse, Decker must face a worthy opponent in sword-to-sword combat, and he's chosen Jaden the Red Samurai Ranger as his foe. Their first duel didn't end as Decker hoped it would, but in this rematch, both fighters promise to finally end this rivalry. Morphed, unmorphed, even on horseback, Jaden and Decker pull out all the stops for this ultimate showdown. The battle ultimately ends with both caught in a ring of fire, too exhausted to keep going.
Face it, Decker. It's over. You're too tired even to lift your sword.
Before Decker can make the finishing blow, however, he's sniped in the back by Jaden's friends and fades out of existence, finally free from his curse. It's sort of a wholesome ending to an otherwise extremely tense moment. Number 16. Rangers vs. Rangers, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. After being brainwashed by Lothor, the Wind Rangers are hell-bent on eliminating the Dino Rangers. In their first encounter, the more experienced Rangers wipe the floor with the rookies while morphed. Later on, the six aim to settle the score in an unmorphed rematch where both teams are on more equal footing.
This is boring.
Shall we? Oh yeah!
No, wait!
Luckily for the Dino Rangers, the rest of the Ninja Storm team arrives to break Lothor's spell, and all 11 Rangers unite to defeat the real enemy in the finale. It's always a suspenseful, thrilling treat to see heroes fighting each other, and a team of determined newcomers holding their own against proven veterans is especially captivating.
Nice moves, you guys! Back at you, bro! Alright! Yeah!
Number 15. Sky avenges his father. Power Rangers S.P.D. Since we first met him, Sky has wanted to follow in his late father's footsteps and become the S.P.D. Red Ranger. In the two-part episode Reflection, he finally gets his chance. To set the scene, the Rangers face Murloc, the criminal who murdered Sky's father.
How touching, but he still doesn't have what it takes to defeat me.
We'll see about that.
Recognizing how personal this is, Jack lends Sky his morpher, and Sky brings Murloc to justice single-handedly. Sky is a great ranger no matter what color he dons, but seeing him get to live his dream of being red while also avenging his fallen loved one was incredibly satisfying. And even more so in the season finale when he becomes red full-time.
Congratulations, Sky. You are the new Red Ranger. Your father will be very proud of you.
Number 14. 100 Kill Streak. Power Rangers S.P.D. In his first battle as the Shadow Ranger, Doggy Kruger is prepared to bring a longtime foe to justice. The only thing standing in his way is an army of 100 Crybots. To most Rangers, especially the newcomers, this would be an impossible feat. Those Rangers are, however, not Anubis Kruger.
With this, the truest sword in the galaxy, I will right all wrongs.
Not only does he bravely face the challenge with only his Shadow Saber, he effortlessly demolishes the entire army. He never even gives them a chance to overpower him. Nope, Kruger slices through every last Crybot without even breaking a sweat. And by the end, he uses all his remaining strength to bring the overconfident criminal to justice. Not bad for his first day in the suit.
Justice prevails.
Number 13. Bulk and Skull Showdown. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Lord Zedd's latest monster, Scatterbrain, has erased the Rangers' memories, leaving them helpless to stop him. Thankfully, there is still one force left to stand against him, our favorite comic relief duo, Bulk and Skull.
You're not taking the Power Rangers anywhere. What?
Yeah. Not if we can help it. Which I hope we can.
Having finally found out the Rangers' identities, they summon the courage to confront the monster and even trick him into restoring the Rangers' memories. Until now, Bulk and Skull weren't taken very seriously as they started their careers out as incompetent punks. This one confrontation showed a new, virtuous side to our favorite dimwits. Sadly, they end up forgetting the Rangers' identities, but the Rangers will never forget how the duo saved them for a change.
You save us? Huh? Are you kidding? You're the ones who saved us. They don't remember a thing.
Number 12. Bulk and Skull's Cog Beatdown. Power Rangers Zeo. While the Rangers try to rescue Tommy, Bulk and Skull find themselves on an adventure of their own. They're helping a rebellion against the Machine Empire, but find themselves cornered by a swarm of cogs.
You boys keep them busy.
What?
With no other option, the duo must stand their ground against the mechanical foot soldiers. While neither are martial arts experts, they actually do a decent job fighting the cogs. They dodge every hit and even manage to land a few of their own in the most hilarious ways. Either the cogs are that terrible in combat, or Bulk and Skull are better fighters than we give them credit for. Either way, it's a fun treat seeing them get in on the action.
Well, you know, it was nothing.
Number 11. Dillon'S Prison Cafeteria Brawl. Power Rangers RPM. While Ziggy and Dillon are locked in jail, Ziggy lands into trouble with the other inmates, including one punk who has dibs on the last strawberry dessert. Fed up with the big boss's attitude, Dillon takes the dessert for himself and the inmates all turn on him. Not their smartest move.
You should pick another one, my friend. The lime is just as good.
Then, you won't mind eating it.
An all-out brawl breaks out, and Dillon wipes the floor with every one of them, saving Ziggy and earning him his strawberry prize. Since this was before Dillon's Ranger career, he proved that you don't need the costume or powers to win a rumble. Sometimes you just need the skills and boldness, and a few robotic implants to win and impress the other Rangers.
Sweet mother molasses.
Number 10. Cole vs. Master Org. Power Rangers Wild Force.
I finished off your parents, and I enjoyed every single minute of it.
When Master Org kidnaps the Rangers, he drops the mother of all bombs. It turns out that he was once Cole's parents' friend, Dr. Adler. He grew jealous of his colleagues' love and killed them after becoming half-orc, ending everything that caused his suffering except for Cole.
I'm a guardian of the Earth! Ah!
After getting tossed around, Cole has had enough. He morphs and brawls the Master one-on-one, evenly matched. After one redirected blast, it's all over. Master Org has reverted back to a powerless human. He prods Cole into finishing him off, but the Red Ranger acts as the bigger man, walking away instead of following the same path of revenge this murderous traitor took.
I won't take that path.
Number 9. Lianbo vs. Nick/Korag. Power Rangers Mystic Force. Like they say,
like father, like son.
Possessed by the Master's dark magic, Nick terrorizes the mystic realm and morphs into a ghost of the Rangers and Lianbo's past, Korag, the Night Wolf. With no choice, Lianbo does combat with his own son, and Nick doesn't hold back once as the two knights tear their base apart in their struggle. We're not sure which is harder for Lianbo, having to face his past head-to-head or being forced to confront his own son and nearly lose. Thankfully, when it feels like all is lost, Lianbo manages to reach out to Nick and free him of the Master's influence. But the worst is yet to come.
I know you're in there, son. I love you.
Dad!
Number 8. Angel Grove fights back. Power Rangers in space. Since the show's very beginning, the Power Rangers have protected the city of Angel Grove. But in the in-space season finale, the townsfolk get to return the favor. First, they stand up to Astronema saying they're all Rangers to protect the real heroes' identities.
I'm a Ranger! Yeah, I'm a Ranger!
I can't believe this.
Then, when the Rangers come forward to fight back Astronema's army, the civilians get in there to fight alongside them. To top it all off, leading the resistance is none other than Bulk and Skull.
Come on, let's get in there! Who's with me?
We've discussed this moment so many times, but it never gets less inspiring. The townsfolk stepping up to aid the Rangers in one last effort to save the world truly shows that anyone can be a hero. Number 7. Wes vs. Eric. Power Rangers Time Force. Wes tries to convince Eric to give him the Quantum Morpher to control the rampaging Q-Rex, but Eric chooses to antagonize him, saying he'd be a better Ranger leader than Wes.
I came here for the Morpher.
You want to save the city? You're gonna have to take it from me.
Finally fed up with each other, the two morph and tussle it out. These two have always had a deep-seated rivalry. Eric's bitterness about Wes's wealth, while Wes just wanted to make peace. This may have started as some power struggle, but this duel goes much deeper.
It's not about me, Eric.
It's always been about you.
While Eric wins the brawl and the Q-Rex, Wes gains a more personal victory as the Rangers still choose him. As intense as this fight is, it makes Wes and Eric's future partnership even more cathartic. Number 6. Casey earns his stripes. Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Jared might be too far gone under Daishi's influence, but Casey believes there is still good inside of him. How sure is he? Enough to storm into the proverbial lion's den and face Jared alone in a one-on-one brawl.
Whose idea was this again? Alright, mine.
It's funny. At this series' start, Jared looked down on Casey for being the underdog. And yet look at Casey now, able to hold his own in a fight and being the only one willing to give Jared a second chance. Despite Jared's ruthless strength, Casey's courage and determination keep him going and eventually enable him to defeat his former rival and free him from Daishi's shackles. It's inspiring how far Casey has progressed since his first day.
A master cannot be a follower. When you chose to defy Master Mao and believe in your own convictions, your path to masterhood became your destiny.
Number 5. Tommy fights for his life. Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Something tells me we're not in the Reef Side anymore.
Or Angel Grove.
After an experiment gone wrong, Tommy's knocked into a coma. While he lies in the hospital, his mind takes him to a world where he's confronted by his old powers. The Red Zeo Ranger, the White Ranger, and of course, the Green Ranger.
I thought I might run into you. It's been a while, Tommy.
With no other option, Tommy must literally face his past unmorphed. Each duel tougher than the last. It turns out that this was all a test to see how strong he was, and it's safe to say he passed with flying colors.
Why don't you just give up the fight? That's the one thing I'll never do.
Then I guess this is over. You passed the test.
In addition to pitting Tommy against his previous selves again, this fight highlighted one of his most admirable traits: never giving up, even when fighting for his life. Number 4. A Squad vs. B Squad. Power Rangers S.P.D. Our B Squad heroes have been living in the shadows of the superior A Squad, the highest ranking S.P.D. Ranger team. However, after returning from being MIA, it turns out that the best of the best team has gone rogue, capturing Kruger for Grum.
You'll be coming with us, Commander Kruger. You have an appointment with Emperor Grum.
To rescue their commander, the B Squad faces the A Squad for one final brawl, rookies versus pros. Unfortunately, the pros live up to their rank.
You're only the B Squad.
Meaning what?
You're second best.
Second rate. And second choice.
You're not even fit to shine our boots.
Finally pushed too far, our Rangers get their acts together and really step up to knock the pros down a few pegs. In the end, the traitorous elites are brought to justice, showing once and for all who the real champions are: the loyal, unexpected Rangers of B Squad.
You can't do this to us. We're the A Squad.
Looks like you've been demoted.
Number 3. Galaxy and Space Rangers versus the Psycho Rangers. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. 1 year after their defeat, the Psycho Rangers are back and crazier than ever. They capture the Galaxy Rangers one by one, except for Leo, who's saved by the Red Space Ranger, ANDROS. The two distract the Psychos while Mike frees the others, and then some unexpected help arrives, in the form of the remaining core Space Rangers.
It can't be. This is great. Yeah! Oh yes it can. Ready? Let's rock it!
After an epic morphing sequence, it's Rumble time. Mike tussles with Drakina's goons, while each Ranger teams up with their respective counterpart to overpower their specific doppelganger. Despite how nearly invincible the Psychos were last year, the power of two great teams managed to finally finish them all off. Well, almost all of them. Number 2. Forever Red Moon Battle. Power Rangers Wild Force.
What? 10 Red Rangers?
We couldn't not mention this rumble. 10 Red Rangers from the previous decade teaming up for one huge mission to wipe out the last of the Machine Empire. The minute they set foot on the moon, they're ready for combat as they fight unmorphed against the Cogs, showing an awesome display of their respective fighting styles. Then, after a long morphing sequence, the real fun begins. The Reds split off into pairs to dismantle the generals side by side.
Hang back, rookie, and let me show you how it's done.
With so many different battle techniques, familiar and new, and with the older and newer generations of Rangers teamwork, these were the brawls that were worthy of celebrating the 10th anniversary, even with the forced final match. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jason vs. Tommy. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Alright, I'm going down!
In the finale of the Green with Evil arc, Jason confronts Tommy for one last duel, one-on-one with swords drawn. Determined to break Rita's influence over him, Tommy has the upper hand, but Jason won't give up on him so easily. He strikes him down, disarming him, and destroys the Sword of Darkness, ending Rita's spell for good.
It's all over, Tommy.
This wouldn't be the last time the two went head-to-head, but this epic fight between two iconic Rangers is a treat that any fan can eat up. Not only does it highlight Jason's determination and the start of Tommy's hero career, but it also marks the unity of the full Mighty Morphin team.
Will you join us, Tommy?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.